Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Money spent is money forgotten. This is an oldie but a goodie, and some people that might be listening to this might be like, I've always done it that way. What do you mean? Or it's like, I've really struggled with that in the past, but I'm willing to try it again. And this is a really, just a really simple way to kind of join some dots here and understand that people's buying habits have changed. I don't know if you've noticed, but people's buying habits have changed slightly. And it's actually, as always, like you could ask anything from the 1900s, that sounds old, until in the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020 until now. You'll always have the conversation with, it's always hard to get clients in and finding new leads and booking people. It's always difficult. It's always hard getting them through the door. Now, there's no denying that at all. But something that has changed within the buying cycle and the way that people are buying is people are really having to pay upfront for virtually everything now. Like, you think about it. We've always paid up front for everything. Like when you've got like movie tickets or experiences, skydiving, I don't know, going rollerblading, you have to buy a ticket. We went to Urban Extreme and we had to buy a ticket for there. And all these different things you need to pre-purchase. Buying flights pre-purchased, like everything's pre-purchased. So then the question is a little bit of like, well, why have we stuck in the photography space to not being pre-purchased? Now, for years and years and years, however long I can remember, the portrait industry has always been pay for a shoot fee, a session fee, a retainer, whatever it is, choose what you want later and pay afterwards. Where the wedding industry has always been paid up front. And people would pay $2,000, $5,000, $8,000 up front for their wedding photography and not even blink at it because it was the norm. Now, from the portrait side of things, it was really quite normal for people to pay a shoot fee to guarantee it's going to be there and then pay for it kind of later. Now, it's really been flipped on its head. So there's a few different things here. You might be listening to this and it's like, that's the way we've always done it. What do you mean? Like we've always had people pay up front. Normally, previously, it's generally the cheaper end of the market. I'm talking anywhere between $200 and $1,500 was pay up front because it was like all inclusive. You're going to get all the images that we shoot anyway, pay up front. I do the photo shoot. I give you your images as a link on a download and happy days, we're done kind of scenario, right? Where normally the experience way of doing it, like the photography experience, was normally pay a shoot fee, get a gift voucher, go through the experience, and then choose what you want to do kind of later. So think of it as a restaurant type of thing. The fine dining restaurant won't get you to pay up front because they want you to have an entree and a wine and a main meal and then another wine and then a dessert and then a little pot, a little pot afterwards, whatever it is, because they want you to rack up your bill and then pay for it. So what has changed a fair bit lately is money spent is money forgotten. So I really want to challenge you with this. If you're listening to this, which one do you do? Do you do the shoot fee and pay later, or do you do choose your package up front? I would really suggest moving forward, we are September 2024. I would suggest moving forward that with the likes of all this software, Tave, Studio Ninja, Light Blue, Dubzado, 17 Hats, all the rest of them, right? They've got all the technology in the world now to send what you would call a quote. And in the quote, you would have your packages and then they choose and pay. So this is what I'm kind of suggesting now. And I just had a conversation with someone today who's been a photographer for 20 years and have noticed there's a shift and a change, right? So yes, you pay your shoot fee. Pay your shoot fee to book in. The reason why we love a shoot fee is the shoot fee is negotiation tool of prices. That's what we negotiate. That's a 50% off your shoot fee. This is your Black Friday, it's Christmas, it's Mother's Day, whatever it is, right? Your shoot fee is like your negotiating tool, and you don't discount off your packages and products because that would be a bad thing, right? So you can still have your shoot fee, but this is my challenge for you. If you don't get money paid up front, is what I would love for you to do is be like, hey, 2 to 3 weeks out from the photo shoot, or if they're booking for next week, no worries. Here's a choice. Thank you so much for booking your portrait shoot, or can't wait to see you in 2 weeks time. Here's the 3 packages that we have to choose from. Please select which one you would like to order and make sure the payment is done before your photo shoot. Don't say it in those words, but that's what we're trying to say. Now, whether they choose the $500 one, the $1,000 one, the $1,500 one, the $1,000, the $2,000, the $3,000, the $1,500, the 4.5, and the 6.5. It doesn't matter what your base is, what the bottom part is. It doesn't matter if they just choose that, because they might choose the middle one. They might choose the top one, but it doesn't really matter. Now, the reason why it doesn't really matter is because from there, money spent is money forgotten. So if you've spent $1,500 on your portraits in the package that you wanted of 20, to upgrade to the next package might only be $500. To get a wall art might only be $1,000 extra or $1,500 extra. Because they've spent that 2-3 weeks ago, you kind of forget about it, right? Which means that what they want to purchase moving forward, it looks like a reduced rate, and it's easier for them to purchase more stuff. Does that make sense? Am I making myself clear? Because what would happen, it's almost like you go on holiday, right? For all those people, this is a great analogy. You go on holiday, you book in your cruise, you book in your flight. You pay for your flights, you pay for accommodation, and you might have bought that 3 months ago, 6 months ago, whatever. Then when you're on holiday, you're spending money like no tomorrow, because you've already spent $5,000-$6,000 to get there on flights, but you kind of forget about it. You don't pay for it all at the end. Does that make sense? So what we're trying to say is, the next time that you have your portrait shoot, here's my challenge for you. This is what I'd love for you to do. When you book it in, do your shoot fee, your retainer, whatever you would normally do. Even if you do it's $600, $1,000 all inclusive, right? Leave $200 and say, with that package, and anyone who's done the price list with me will know, $100 towards finished wall art, $150, $200, $300 towards finished wall art. Leave some money on the table, because after the photo shoot, it's easy for you to send your link, do an in-person sale, do a Zoom call, go to their house, whatever it is that you do in your sales process, and say to them, hey, you've already paid for your package, your collections, your layout, you've already received all your images. This collection here that we can do on the wall is $1,500, and we can split it over 2 payments, which is $750 each. Do you want to go ahead with that? Rather than going, great, your package was $2,000, and then this wall collection is $1,500, which means it's $3,500. How would you like to pay for that? And now $3,500 sounds a lot more than $1,500. Do you get what I'm putting out? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, we've got a really cool podcast that I can share with you from Nikki Sprikos. She's been doing this for years. In the live training that we had with Alison Patmore the other day, she was talking about this as well. That for people to book, they actually have to, when they book in with you for a portrait shoot, whether it's in 2 weeks or 2 months, they actually start their payment plan, or they have to pay it off. They have to book in their collection or package or what that they like in the first place. It's just a really great way to have money spent, money forgotten. Now, on a side note, on another different mentality, mindset point of view, right? That means that you're coming into the photo shoot knowing that you're already paid for. They've already paid their $500, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, whatever it is. You're not going into the shoot going, wow, they got a gift voucher for $50, and then from that $50, I really hope they buy something. I wonder what package they're going to choose. I wonder if they're going to get a collection. I wonder if they're going to get this. I wonder if they're going to get the 5 images or all the images. How many images do I need to shoot? If you can walk into a shoot having them already pre-purchase something, you are so much more confident in what you're shooting, and it's going to help you shoot with purpose at the same time. Please comment below. Am I making sense? Which way do you do? What do you work with? Do you do a shoot fee and then choose a package and then do the photo shoot? Or do you do the shoot fee and then choose later and then pay for it? Or do you do all inclusive at the start and then they choose a wallet afterwards? What do you do? I'm just really interested. I'd love to comment and see what you do. A really good example for this too is the wedding photographers. If you're a wedding photographer, as a cash flow point of view, you know that that's been paid for. They pay a deposit when they book it in, then they pay the rest of it before the photo shoot, which means when you sell the album, you can upgrade the album really easy because it's already in their scope. All right. So what it does happen, it makes it really, it just gives you a good sense of I'm doing the right thing. Just looking at the messages. Keen on your thoughts for those who might be coming in on a voucher that includes an image. So yeah, Al, so with that, right? Exactly what we're saying, right? If it includes an image, and this is a part of your marketing though, right? If it includes the image and you go, hey, here's the 3 packages that you need to choose from, you need them to buy the minimum, because the minimum is the minimum that they're going to spend. Now, if they don't buy the minimum, Al, you can have a box that says, I just want the included image. But at least you know that at this stage, because you don't have to force them, that at this stage they just want their included image, which then means you might need to, spruce them up a bit and kind of win them over with the images, because you're doing it through that marketing process. So, but I'll think of it the other way. If you do get people with that marketing strategy, which is fine, but then they pre-purchase a package beforehand, you're already super confident too. Because why go through all that time and effort? All right, here's a thought for you, Al. We always used to say, and this is going back on everything that we're talking about here. If you know that someone wants their free shot, they just want their one image. They've brought it on a deal of some sort, $50, $150, and it includes one image or one print or one file or something, and they just want their one thing. We would flip the conversation and be like, no worries, that's absolutely fine. You just need to come in for your pre-consult, and then you need to come in for the photo shoot, and then you need to come in for your design appointment, and then you need to pick up the artwork. It's going to take about 5 to 8 hours of your time, coming back and to and forth. And they will most likely go, that's a lot of effort for one photo. That's a lot of effort for the one image. And you say, yeah, it is, because most of the people come to us because they want a range of images, whatever your package is, 10, 20, 50, whatever it is. They want the full collection. They want the albums. They want the portrait boxes. They want the storyboards on the wall. If you do want to come for the one image, you've got to ask yourself, is it worth your effort? Now, what you're doing, you're actually trying to secretly tell them, please don't come in and just cancel because it's not worth your effort. Because as a photographer, you're going to spend hours of your day and your time photographing someone that just wants the one photo. So it's kind of like you kind of do the opposite. Not that you want to scare them off, you just tell them what's the reality, and you kind of go, do you really want to do this? Al, does that make sense? But try it, see what works, see how it works. Give them the option to go, hey, I'm so looking forward to your photo shoot in 2 to 4 weeks, 2 weeks time next week. Here's the 3 collections that you need to choose from. This is pre-purchase. Please choose the one that you would like. You're more than happy to choose the basic package and you can upgrade at a later date, but we just need one of those chosen. And see what they say. It'll be very interesting. Definitely food for thought, Al. This is something that we used to do. When it was the Groupon deals, remember Groupon, Groupon, you would get a mix of random people. Gee, you would get some random people. And some people just want their free shit, which is fine because that's what you've advertised. That's what you've told them. And then the amount of people that we scared away we're saying this is what we need to do and this is what it takes and this is what, if we're going to take one image, we want to make sure that image is absolutely perfect. So you need to come in for a pre-consult, then we do the photo shoot, then you come back to choose it, then you need to pick it up. And they went, oh, that just sounds like way too much effort. And you go, look, you know, I'm sure there's a photographer in your local area that's just quite happy to just do 1 or 2 shots and then you just get the image and then it's done. It might take you half an hour instead. Go to the shopping center. That's the best place to go. Go to the shopping center photographer. It'll take you 20 minutes. Now, you don't really want to go to a shopping center photographer, if depending on what you like, but it is a really good plan though, to get out of jail free card as well. So, money spent, money forgotten. It's an oldie but a goodie. But for those that know, for those that are doing this, they have actually, there's a lot of photographers now, it also qualifies the client. Like, I'd rather return their $50, $100, $150 than drive on the sun, like, you know, drive an hour to the beach, photograph them for an hour, drive back home, then edit, then give them their photos, and they just get their whatever was included with their voucher. So you've just got to be careful as well. All right. Hey, I hope that makes sense. Try it out. Let me know how you go. I'm going to link in the interview with Nikki into this chat in the comments. Go listen to it. It's really interesting how she does it. She talks through the entire process. But as I said, just chatting with a photographer today, he was like, I haven't done this strategy for years, but I've just done it. And out of the last 5 people I've done this with, 3 of them have brought a package, and some of them have brought the top package. So now he's A, got the cash flow, but B, you can go into a photo shoot feeling super confident that you're going to make money and it's going to be worth the effort because they've already paid for it. So yeah, anyway, that's the story. Have an awesome day. Enjoy your Wednesday, Winning Wednesday. Any questions, let me know, hit me up. Here to help, and we'll see you soon. Bye.